go. I am going live here at the RSAC conference. I don't really know it as the RSAC conference though. I know this as the San Francisco Men's Fashion Convention, where we look at the latest in business casual and also some pretty fancy duds, I'm going to be pretty honest. So we're going to be going through and picking up some of the best shirts that we can, because I don't want to do laundry for at least the next year. A lot of tech people will go to these conferences and just pick up as many shirts as they can. We're going to try some lines, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say that I'm going to wear it on my live stream. I'm going to say I'm going to wear it on Nullbike. I don't care. I want free shirts. And usually when you go to these places, they want to have you play a carnival game, tell you about their product. I don't care about that, so we're going to try to breeze through with as many shirts as we can. And we're going to have a little fun along the way. I'm also going to check and see what some of the most unhinged booths are here. So if you haven't been to the RSAC conference before, it used to be called the RSA conference, and now it's RSAC. Strict about that. It is the most corporate event in cybersecurity, as far as I'm aware. I have not been to an event that is more, I guess, business casual, and last year I had the distinction of being the only guy in shorts for an entire floor of like 1,000 people. So I don't know if I'm going to pull that this year, but already I've got some, I don't know if you see this man-made on, but I feel like I'm doing a good job of attracting the girls' attention and the visual gaze, as it were. So we're going to go through, we're going to take a look at some fantastic outfits, and also we're going to try to get our own fit from these corporate events. So let's go ahead and start checking out the conference. And if you haven't been before, it is incredibly overwhelming. There is a ton of people here. I usually wear a mask because the smells are abundant. It is tech. So anyway, we're going to also answer some questions. So if you're jumping in on live, then feel free to jump in and ask questions. I want to answer them. But also, if you know of any booths you should check out, yeah. So with that, let's go ahead and get started.
This is like not a sphere, but an arc. So like you can see the Las Vegas sphere.
Cloud applications, cloud environments, 10 times faster. Lowering TCO. Done. You are now a continuous business. Please step forward and observe your fully restored operations.
Is this? Oh, there's a further segment. Sorry. Okay.
Business has been shut down by a cyber attack. Activating rewind in 3, 2, 1. Recovering Active Directory, data, applications, cloud environments, 10 times faster. Lowering TCO.
Oh, we're doing live, so.
You are now a continuous business.
Hello, this is the combo booth. If you want to come join us, we're giving away t-shirts, we're giving away the jackets,
Are you
and
serious? You're giving away that jacket?
we are.
How are you giving away?
We're not giving this one. We're giving away
Business has been shut down by a cyber attack. Activating rewind in 3, 2, 1. To perform tasks. Recovering Active Directory, data, cloud operations, cloud environments, 10
This is all about communicating that feeling of calm. You know that your business is protected.
a continuous business. Please step forward and observe your fully restored operations.
This feels like the kind of place where if I ran, I would hurt myself really badly.
by running into a mirror.
For me.
Oh, you? Oh my god.
You
Wow.
are a tranquil rock
Nice little
in
sanctuary you
flowing
created.
waters.
This is the most peaceful I think I've felt
Nothing
since I've
can
walked on
phase
the
you
floor.
now. A convo demo is close by. Please visit booth N4
Okay, so my favorite
308
part is these
to
infinity
complete your
cubes with like
journey.
neopixels going. Those are really cool.
You are completely restored and recovered.
Not gonna lie,
Your
this is
data,
nice.
cloud apps, and clouds are all in their place. You are restored to minimum viability and functionality. You feel cool, calm, collected,
Okay, this
and
conference
back
is so
in
good. It's
business.
just not in this room. It's very nice.
You are a tranquil rock in flowing waters. Nothing can phase you now. A convo demo is close by. Please visit booth N4 308 to complete your
I feel like
journey.
when I leave this booth, somebody's gonna say a code phrase and I'm gonna launch out like a third competitor.
Thank you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, okay? Feeling it?
Oh, hello. Hi
Hello.
there. Come on in.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
That was very nice.
Oh, very nice. Are you feeling your data chakra being restored?
I certainly feel less dissociated than when I walked in, which is an accomplishment.
Fantastic.
That was what we
I am
wanted.
so glad you feel that way. And we would like to continue that experience for all of you. Here's how you can restore your data so that you get that calm feeling in there. Here's what we're doing. You take this card, she's going to give it to you as you're walking out.
And don't peel it. You know,
Don't peel it. Go to the other booth 4308. Get a demo from one of the combo folks over there. That can join one of these grand prizes right here. It says peel and win. Don't do that until you get to the other combo. We also have gifts for you, either the beautiful light-up glasses or T-shirts.
You can change the colors on these.
We have every size as long as what you want is XL.
Oh my gosh.
So
Okay.
the light
Well, I
is
also
a
have
solar
one-
light or what?
I had one question.
Yes.
Those jackets are very cool. If
We-
I happen to have a YouTube channel with 1 million
Yes, if
subscribers and promise to
you
wear it on
actually
there,
see a demo,
how
so
could
you
I
can see
maybe
the
get a
services
jacket?
Well, we're raffling one off.
Over there,
like-
we're
Yeah,
doing business
we're raffling one off. We don't
Okay.
have, I don't
as
think we
well
have
as
That's okay.
of these items.
We do not. I'm so sorry. Although we appreciate
Of course,
the
of course.
sentiment
I
very
appreciate
much.
the calm space you created. That's a very cool concept. Whoever
Thank
came
you
up with
very
that,
much. We appreciate that. You know, thank you for recognizing that. Would you like one of the gifts? You can wear the cool combo glasses on your YouTube channel.
Okay, cool.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You seem like people like light up glasses. Oh yeah. All right. Enjoy.
Thank you very
Thank you for
much.
coming. And don't forget to go by our second combo booth.
And to get to our other booth, you're going to take a left down here and then take a right under the 4500 sign.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Very much. I kind of feel like if you wanted to just like replace executives with pod people, like that would be the perfect experience. First, you round them with some LEDs and you slowly replace them by with some sort of copy. So if you're looking for the latest AI innovation, it's probably maybe just, I don't know, replicating executives inside of the chambers. I don't know, I feel like a pretty good combo. So let's get you we'll see some other stuff we're checking out. So over here we have I've been in this for the last 5 years and I'm finally free, so now I don't have to wear the shirt or hang out. But I do still appreciate the ability to check out the things particularly their big robots. So I have no further comment other than that I don't work at this booth anymore. So we're gonna keep going. However, definitely without bonus if you like that giant robot over my left shoulder. Okay, so I'm really mostly interested in getting stickers and the really good, I guess, like swag. I get the trick is nothing gets under $43, and if you can get it, then it means that you like charm someone or like you made a relationship. So I want to see if I can use the fact that this is the only conference that I need to promote famous at to get for myself. So let's go over to bonus
and I always can give you the right measurement or another point of view that is very helpful.
Appreciate it. Come on over, let's get you some sunglasses. I can show you where we have. This is my first list.
Used to be on the show, although I probably shouldn't say who won. Jimmy's got money, so maybe they'll give us a free try. But I know that I won't be able to record going into the Google Nexus or the Googleplex or whatever the hell they call it. So this is probably so cloud security makes a lot of money. They probably have bots, frankly, and what they call that.
All right, my friends, these are questions based on the Trends 2025.
White.
Stand up.
Yeah,
it's keep your phone a little short. So this one's here. Like, if you sit through a demo, then they'll give you like a ticket, and then maybe
What looks good to you?
that's how they go.
Detection.
Thank you.
What did you get?
I did a Gooner glasses.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
Nice. That's really cool.
Hi.
What did you have to do for it?
Had to attend a few of these sessions and get the questions right.
Not bad, not bad. Okay, so if you want to get the good stuff, you pretty much have to sit down for a
Yeah, yeah, but it's interesting. Like you learn some new things, and it's always nice to know like where the market is heading and what everybody's talking about. So that's always a good thing.
A lot of these are just like not a lot of good information, so when you get a good one, it feels pretty lucky
Yeah,
to get something.
exactly. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Bye.
I'm not going to sit down for that, so let's keep going.
Heads up, I don't know if you know this, but things aren't going well for y'all. Oh, you don't know that? Okay. Heads up. Have a nice day. Okay, next.
It's always John Warren. It was like shaking a window. Let's shake my hand. It was like that.
If you have not decided to hide yet, you're missing out on the experience. You get to pick the hot, hatch. So come on and see me.
So like some people say that that's glorifying cybercrime, or that it's just straight up goofy. Because like when we're talking about threat actors, we'll have like the same group of criminals be referred to by like 5 different names, and of those 5 names, CrowdStrike always has the hands down like goofiest names for those hackers. Because it's perfectly
This is the one that you make your own.
they are like, you know, paid to monitor and go after and whatever. It's a really interesting way of kind of like branding themselves, but again, some people think it's goofy. Last year, they had like a little like oopsie where like something happened with CrowdStrike like kind of right before the conference. So it was interesting to see how they reacted to that because like I don't know if you guys remember that, but like a bunch of like the world shut down because of something that I think was like an update they pushed, you know? So the line that year was actually around the block for people who wanted swag from like an infamous company that had like taken out like a bunch of like computers by accident. So like I didn't think they were gonna be able to turn that into like a good marketing push. Somehow they turned it around. So I gotta say, for a company that like took out a sizable portion of the internet, if I'm wrong, chat, please let me know. I'm pretty sure it was CrowdStrike, but that just goes to show how good their branding is that I literally forgot who took out like a sizable chunk of the internet last year. So, short memories, I guess. But either way, it seems like no discernible negative impact from that. I am interested in seeing the move that's been impacted by like Trump's executive order. That's going to be really interesting because Sentinel-1 is like a big ass company. They're going to have a huge booth here, and yeah, like that's going to impact their business. So I don't know that they'll talk to us about it, but it's still going to be interesting to see this change. The dedication they have to making their space look unique. I don't know, companies with good design team, with good marketing, I think that these people had to work with some disasters over the last 5 years.
is good. It's fun.
I kind of like the simple cut frame here. I'm honestly, guys, I'm taking note. Like, I think that this shit looks awesome. I kind of think that, like, my friends and I might be able to, like, laser put something like this. I already have, like, these,
Having fun with.
I honestly love this as a decoration, and I think it looks like that increases big range.
My name is making fun up. My first name was Grocery. What did you say? Grocery?
Oh, they're making shirts.
Grocery. Grocery.
We can focus on the Charlie.
So it's difficult to find designs that are so hot. But the screen printed ones are obviously the best because you get more of a choice and you get to like kind of decide what you want to do. Anyone who's going to actually do that usually
It's actually like the starting point for the answer.
but all these people also just sat through like a 20 minute so I'm not going to run this. But either way, this is like some of the best swag you can get. Not necessarily is it not drinking, but it's personalized, so you can pick the one you actually like. But again, it's going to cost you enough. That's really cool. Alright, let's back out that way. I don't know if there's any. Sorry.
All here.
So, you're gonna go. I think it's really funny that the
You guys are now inside of a game of Crime Strike Trivia. Geography Trivia. Who can tell me the world's largest country? The world's largest country.
very particular about not calling so Canary tokens are fantastic. Thanks Canary makes up Thanks Canary makes something called Canary
So results go on DNS. Updates to the Canary.
personal thing where you just have some sketchy person on social media like talking to you. This came up with me when like just catfishing in general, and I was trying to like figure out how to catch someone in their catfishing. This was like my number one kind of recommendation. So Canary tokens work by like creating a unique thing that allows you to track anybody who opens the link. So imagine like you have somebody who's telling you they're in one place, like the United States, and you send them a link, they open it, you redirect them to like a normal looking thing, but in the end, you are able to see every detail that the browser can get, or rather every detail the website is able to scrape from that user. So it's going to be like things like the language, the time zone, the browser they're using, all sorts of juicy information you can use to uniquely identify someone or tell if they're lying about like who they are or like other details. So I've used this to expose catfishers, I've used it to find scammers, or maybe in another country. And one thing is somebody can use a VPN, somebody can use things that will allow them to hide a little bit. And if they click on one of these links, like one thing that was notable is like I had one example where somebody clicked on the link and they had like their system set up to look like it was in the United States and they were using a VPN, but they had a Russian keyboard. And like I could also see that the time zone was also in another country. So that's why Canary tokens are super useful. They also told me a pretty wild story about how they use Canary tokens to tell when servers that had been decommissioned were like recommissioned again. So like I thought it was cool to hear that they had like a Canary token that was put on the root of a server that was decommissioned and was supposed to be destroyed. And then like a year or two later, it popped up and the Canary token fired off because somebody had recovered the root server in Russia, spun it up, and then actually triggered the Canary token when they started accessing stuff. So like pretty useful for like exposing catfish, and then also I have to say like pretty useful for like being able to keep track of maybe like a device that you trash or whatever. If it were to resurface, you can leave the Canary token on it that fires automatic and there's a lot of really cool ways to do that. So Canary tokens are free. You can create one right now. Of all the cybersecurity tools around here that have like free stuff for you, like this one is like probably the absolute best. But yeah, so crowd favorite. I think they're really cool, and yeah. So I was gonna ask, so I do like a YouTube channel where I've covered you guys a couple times, mostly like teaching people how to like both like catch catfish and then also use it for like identifying if you're like a server that's like reactivated somewhere later on. Is there anything, so I especially like that you guys have a lot of free tools because I teach beginners like how to get started with cybersecurity in general, and like yours is a tool I constantly recommend. Is there anything new or cool out that we should be aware of?
On the Canary token side, so like we've got the two products, Canary tokens and Open Canary on the free stuff. Open Canary kind of gets continual development. Canary tokens has recently we've released like an IDP token for like SAML environments. So like if you've got Okta or another IDP, then you can install like a fake panel inside your Okta and then basically give an alert if somebody logs in and clicks on that panel. So that's one of those. We've got some stuff coming down the line now around infrastructure. Like I can't really talk too much about it, but there is something that's going to happen there in a couple of months. But Canary tokens just gets ongoing development. So
cool. So the difference also is like there's Canary tokens, which is where like it'll like they will generate a link for you, or there's Open Canary, which I believe is like you run that and it's like your own. You can generate your own links, and then there's no person in the middle. So like so far I've had great uptime, and like there's another friend of mine, Joel, who runs another service that does like link analysis and stuff, but his stuff goes down all the time, and I love you, Joel, but anytime I'm teaching a class, I generally use Canary tokens because they have such good uptime. But if you are a paranoid person and you want to do this and run your own open box, then like that's it. Does it run on a Raspberry Pi? I think that's what I've seen it done before.
So Canary tokens or the Canary token server needs to run on a public internet-facing thing.
Okay.
You could run it on a Pi, but normally people are going to boot like an instance in Amazon, something like that. For the Open Canary, which is the honeypot, that can run on a Pi easily.
Okay. That's very cool. Yeah, so I'm a huge fan of this stuff. Again, like it's hard to find like really great beginner free things at this conference. It's like not really made for that, but like these are some of my favorite people to work with on that. So yeah, definitely a recommendation for if you are getting started with cybersecurity and you want to like learn about like catching catfish, and also like what kind of things like tracking link can do. I actually use Canary tokens when I'm training journalists so they can see like how much information they might be giving away when they're researching a story or going to a website. So both are kind of learning like just double checking that like your OPSEC is good. If you can visit a Canary token and it gives away nothing, that's a pretty good indication that like your OPSEC is good. If it's leaking information, then like maybe you need to tighten up, change your browser, like maybe like not resize it to a weird shape. Like there's all kinds of things people can do to fingerprint a browser that you might not expect. So lots of cool uses and very cool. I'm curious, what kind of stuff do you have this year?
So you can grab all of this stuff. So t-shirts, bags, balls, pins, stickers. Don't feel shy.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm not going to feel shy. I will absolutely grab a ball. Can I grab a shirt?
Yeah, what size can I get?
Large would be nice.
Ball,
Thank you.
stickers,
Thank you.
pins.
Oh my god, yes. So
Good. How you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's me.
Great to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you too.
Your stuff I got into as I started.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so funny because nobody recognizes me until I go to a conference like this. It's really good to talk to people though who actually watch the show because like they told us not to do it and then it wasn't a good idea and we just did it anyway. So.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I love your film. So
cool. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Yep. Good meeting you. Three of us working on it, so we had to like divvy up that like $200 between all of us. So hearing that people actually are fans of that is wild to me because we really got like no support when we first started. So anyway, really cool to see. Now I have the ball. The only complaint I have about Canary token stuff is they have the exact green of my green screen. So anytime I read their stuff, I am banned from a green screen set. Like it just can't happen. And then when I put their stickers on my computer, it creates fucking holes in reality whenever I'm using the green screen. So love you guys, but I mean whatever. I mean maybe that's how they get noticed. They're the ones that always work the screen. Alright, so we're gonna go this way, and these bits are a little smaller, but maybe there's some reds here. You might recognize some people. I like to just kind of stand out and just like check out other ones because every once in a while
while you'll see a good like open source project or something that makes a little bit less money that's out here. Or like an organization that is trading and stuff like that. So I really like to like talk to those people who are kind of like the very top of like sort of education where you're just getting started. Again, a lot of this conference is like kind of boring for people who are not in the market. Like, you know, this is really trying to attract like executives who want to spend $1 million on some solution. So, you know, that's not really like maybe that's not part of the audience. So instead, we're just trying to find out free stuff we can get. How many also like free tools are here? So the other this is like part of the squeeze out as much time as possible. So that you can basically so these are all like games that are supposed to trick you into linking to a particular booth while giving you the absolute minimum. This is the claw. The claw is very popular. The claw is never accessible without a demo though, so don't even think about it.
Okay, this is closed for a
second.
second.
To just like have like a real one every so often. So like it'll actually like work the grippers 100%, like 1 out of every 5 times. So it's not just like can you get it, it's like does the machine give you a real grip? It's gonna give you the real on this one. I've seen the gripper, I know how it works, I know it's just a slot machine. That's why it's the perfect tool here. It like wastes people's time and it completely deny on that. But that really is like kind of what we're talking about here, is not wasting people's time in a denial. Worked for me, I got this ball. Pretty easily entertained, honestly. But this was, I'm sorry you guys, but this was way more than $3 new stuff. So apparently, so far, the best strategy for doing free stuff is to stand directly in front of the salespeople and say very nice things about the product for 5 minutes continuously. I'm not sure if I have time for that, but at least we got something that's working. We're trying all kinds of stuff now. I feel like I get along with the difference, and I also feel like Maltego. No, so I want to find Maltego here because we're going to work with them in the near future. Maltego, I've done a lot of like journalist training and stuff where I'm teaching them how to do open source intelligence. It's really exciting, it's really cool. But they've been owned by several different companies now, and I'm not sure if they're going to be in the German section or if they're going to have their own area. I guess we'll see. But Alright, I've already been reprogramming the console. Let's shoot straight through.
Yeah, after the 9 months I've had, man.
We always have to talk. Insane cyber. I don't. So I'm also interested in whatever insane.
It's like amazing.
It gives me no information about which I think is trash.
Figure it out.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you allowed here? I'm live streaming this week. It's good to see you. This is my friend Marcus. I hate this fucking conference, but I will never, ever be denied my free shirts and swag. I just stood in front of Canary Tokens booth and talked nice about them for 3 minutes, and they gave me more than $3 for the shit. So I'm excited.
I have to say that's probably a pretty good recommendation. And the average business person pays more to slot.
Question, what's RSA?
Question, what's RSA? How would you describe RSA to you?
In polite terms or in
regular, please?
It is a sales conference for cybersecurity products, so it's a lot of AI, machine learning, AI, generative AI, and AI. It's very exciting. Would rather not be here, I guess.
I'd rather be at DEF CON, but it's not that time of year yet. And I have to say, it's good to just run into people, because neither one of us has any fucking reason to, maybe you have another reason to be here, but like, it's nice to just chill and talk to people who are not bound to any one of these booths and relax a little bit. Are you going to go to Noise Rant at all while you're here?
I kind of my RSA vibe is I just come here, I love everything like this. And
I was gonna I'm gonna be teaching a class if you're gonna check it out. It's cool. Like they've got a good group of people hanging out there. But if you're interested on like Thursday, we have a demo around there. It's 10 minutes from here. Okay. Yeah. All right. I drove too, so I can get it. All right. Cool. All right. So it was good seeing you. Any recommendations on spots? Okay. Anything without golf. All right. Well, good to kind of. I haven't seen Marcus in a minute. That's why, like I said, it's really nice to come to this conference and not have to like be in a booth the whole time. Because I know a ton of people here. A lot of them are just like chilling, enjoying stuff. And last year I was like running some stuff at the Corona's booth. But honestly, my thing was much more just like seeing what's really great for people who are like us and trying to get as many great things as I can possibly get from Parker Bear. Man, that booth is serious. They hire auctioneers, I feel like, to come here and just yell at them. Because like Marcus, the average person is just looking to come here, get a little bit buzzed, have sales bros whisper sweet nothings to them while they get free thing after free thing. I have to say, as much as I'm complaining, it's not that bad. Alright, so we're gonna I'm gonna give you guys just a little piece of the sweat and closeness of that part of the conference. So this is actually pretty brief. It lets you feel like you want to hang out here, and that's really Sentinel 1. I'm sorry, we're gonna take it. So Sentinel 1 is the business that was targeted in Trump's executive order that basically said like he's like revenge removing their clearance, which is not good. Because of all of that whole time. So let's see what's going on. Okay.
Phil said he was going to join.
We gotta sort of push back on.
Kody, keep your mic closer.
I mean, people who
I want this fucking shirt, guys. I'm prepared to do whatever it takes. Hello, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. So we're streaming live, and I have a YouTube channel with about 1 million subscribers that is looking for like cybersecurity beginners. People are just getting cybersecurity.
Alright, folks, if you can hear my voice, we're going to be starting on Twitter. Check live for like about 2 minutes. 90 seconds to support. If you can hear my voice, come on in.
Yeah, I'm not privileged to say anything on that, unfortunately, but I was, it's pretty sad, right? He's a good guy.
I mean, also, my favorite booth here is CISA, so, like, I'm really scared to go see what the situation is there, because they always have the friendliest people and the most stickers and whatever, and I feel like things might not be so good over there right now, so, like, you know,
if you guys have any shirts available, at literally any size, I would love to wear one on the show.
Of course, we want to support you. You want to send a one t-shirt?
I would absolutely love one.
What size would you like?
Large for me. This design is beautiful. Like, there's a lot of just stuff, but
stickers.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
Really
Sorry I can't comment.
I understand.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a time.
1 minute
Good
time.
To see some movies.
Yeah.
Let's add lights.
So we're going to go out in the hall. It's going to be really crowded. So hopefully we can. The idea is we are in Also, these people have no swag. So while they might have charming personalities and vibrant businesses, they have nothing for me financially to gain. So we're going to breeze through them relatively quickly and try to make it out one piece. Oh my god. I'm live streaming now the conference. This time I'm not live streaming with like anime ears on or like cutie faces, so it's just right road. But I'm walking past. I already gave Lexi a big hug. It's good to see you. Yeah. So this is Rachel. She also, aside from having a fantastic dog named Baxter, helped me actually get a lot of my talks accepted and get on the news while I worked at Baronis many, many times. So Rachel is the PR specialist at Baronis and has helped me to actually make a name for myself beyond the couple of articles I got into on my own.
I could stand here and like talk about my dog for like 20 minutes. How was it sure for you? Like, crazy or
You know
crazy
what?
good?
I love it. I just ran into a bunch of my friends, and now that I'm not bound to any particular booth, I find that, for one, I'm just accruing a lot of like my wardrobe for the rest of the year, which is working out very well. And then, like, there's a lot of people here that I just didn't run into before. I've been recognized by multiple people, which is really nice. And yeah, I do feel like though the recession is hitting the swag a little bit, and like I'm having to be pretty strategic. I'm like developing lines to try to finesse people into like, you know, I went into the crowd, to the Sentinel One booth, and I wished them sympathy for the executive one marketing them, and they gave me a sympathy shirt, you know. So, you know, I'm trying things out to loosen the swag a little bit this year. Nothing's going to stop me from doing RSA. It's a trip to San Francisco, and I get to see all my favorite hackers around, so we'll get some rest. It's the second day, so we've got to pace ourselves. Yeah, there you go. I don't want to get kicked out of this conference, y'all, but so there's a company we're going to walk by, and because I don't want to get in trouble, I'm not going to say anything about them, but I will say that when I like to give people a hard time at this conference, I particularly like to go after vendors that I think are maybe a little morally sketchy, maybe like they don't provide a real service to society, and maybe that sounds harsh, but I think that there's a lot of ideas and not all of them are good. So there's a business here that basically buys stolen data from criminals, has no way of sanitizing it or making sure that it's actually accurate, and then turns around and sells that data to the police so that they can conduct investigations. which is kind of problematic in my opinion, because how do you know that that data is actually valid or accurate? You really don't. It doesn't make sense. So anyway, I like to come up with my press badge once a year and ask them like a really, really hard-hitting question that causes like an emergency huddle amongst all their salespeople. We'll see if I'm in the mood for it this year, but we're gonna walk through the valley of despair. Sorry. Put a little.
Where are you guys from? Oh, you're content creators.
Yes, we are.
Are you like YouTubers?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you shouldn't be taking one.
Oh no.
Maybe, but if you want to.
Yeah,
tell us.
So I made a YouTube channel for like ethical hacker beginners called Nullbyte, and I've been coming here for about 7 years now. It's honestly not the most fun conference I have, but that's because I've been working with vendors for a little bit. Now I'm finally free, so I'm actually kind of enjoying it, picking up as much swag as I can, and just learning about all the cool stuff we've been doing last year. But like we're going to be teaching at the local hackerspace here, and just kind of getting to know the city as we go.
Oh, great. So when you say getting to know the city, where have you come from?
So I am based in Montana and Los Angeles, so kind of back and forth.
Montana, I love it.
Yeah, so we live over by like Glacier National Park.
And how are you drawing people into your channel?
So we make a lot of short form content now. So we've been both, I did a live stream for about, 5 years continuously. I have like twice a week, every week.
Wow,
so like
live
hundreds of
streams
videos.
work.
Yeah, and then recently we switched over to short form content. So if you're watching us on TikTok, which you are, then you've probably noticed that we've been popping off a lot of short form videos thanks to our new video editor, Nick, who's behind the camera.
Nick is doing an awesome job.
Which he is doing an awesome job.
Yeah.
And that's really it. I mean, we do cyber camps as well for like kids all over the country. So we did cyber camp in Montana, we do them in Los Angeles, and it's mostly working through local hacker spaces and then showing up at events like this and hosting workshops and stuff. But honestly, we're pretty dependent on funding. So sometimes we'll find people at libraries or whatever that have money for tech literacy, for cybersecurity, whatever. We've got so much content.
That is so great. We were just talking with a couple clients about doing some education stuff. I'm going to get your info.
Please do. Yeah. No, we specialize in making custom hardware and also just teaching both soldering and then software classes. So we've done everything from like training for the Norwegian Institute of Journalism to like kids camps in Montana. So it's like the whole spectrum.
Wow.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, just because we're PR people, that's why whenever we see people doing things like this,
Do you
it's like,
guys have access to the press room?
No, did you get access?
That's the only reason I've been here for 8 years.
To the press room.
I couldn't afford it. Otherwise, 8 years coming to this conference as a YouTuber, like imagine the cost.
I got an expo pass from my client, so we were able to actually get in.
Yeah, it's quite something, right? It's really like full on, like there's no filter here.
But that's great that you got access to the press room.
Yeah, no, it's a quiet place with free food.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck, you guys. Bye.
So friendly here. I feel like the prizes involving alcohol here make the entire environment so much more friendly than if everybody was just getting just shirts. Because basically what you're going to expect to see is an increasing amount of hand encounters as we get further into
Are you being rich, whatever?
So go up. You are saying that in the email address, or IGTV, some information on these domains.
My company has been exposed. My risk score is 1,000. 40% estimated password reuse. These are some of the targets that actually and they know if I was reusing my own password. Poor estimated PII exposure. 0 malware infected employee records. Okay. Look at that. About 65% of passwords. We've detected malware infected customers whose email addresses were exposed on the
That's fine, that's all. That's not the point. Yeah, I guess I'm looking at the value proposition. Yeah.
And it said I had exposure and risk and all that. Where's the data coming from? Because it's in password reuse, but frankly, how the fuck would it know if I was reusing passwords?
I'm not allowed to talk to the media.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can put you as far as into someone who can't talk to the media.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Hello. We'll just go. Always do this. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Where does your data come from? Alright, I love that that's the first guy that straight up wouldn't talk to the media. They literally had a meeting since the last time I've been here. Because they talk to me every time prior. I wonder if I'm like included in their training at this point. That's the first time I got to straight up confused. I'm just like, so how does your product work? We don't talk to the media. Anyway, so continuing through the valley, not everybody deserves to be here. Yubico, great company. Will they give you a but I do love them. They are great for security. I changed my mind. Sometimes I like to use the fact that I did a whole on how to use these keys, and it's like the worst performing series of videos I've ever done. I just assumed people would really want to learn how hardware protection works, and then it turns out they just, no, they did not. So like, I don't know why it's like their fault that my video didn't do well, but sometimes I'll try it, sometimes I'll try.
Yeah. Just let me scan you and then you can have a
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Because it was still when I actually got my own
Awesome. Good to hear.
Pretty good too.
You can scan. Jerry.
Sir, I'm trying to get accepted.
One or two?
It's hard to say. Oh. Thank you very much. All right.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I had a gentleman stop by earlier today that had, okay, this is what they had. And it was going into an application.
I think that the person who owns that is Patrick Mortal. He's a friend of mine, and I saw on his profile he was like the co-founder of it. But I can't remember.
But it would this conversation.
Yeah.
Take the action item, put it in the email.
That is the best thing you could possibly do, because these conversations like kind of ping in the back of your head when you're back in the hotel, and it's like if you haven't already written the thing, then you kind of forgot about it. It's pretty smart. What was it called? The Twin AI. I might have to use that actually, because I meet a lot of sponsors or people with brand information or whatever, and I would love to just send them an email. I can look it up too. I think it sounds pretty familiar. It sounds pretty familiar. I haven't heard of it directly, or like I didn't know exactly what it is. But I think Twin.ai. I'll try looking it up.
I think it is, but I don't
a look. We'll take a look. No, thank you for tipping us off though, because that's seriously the best thing you could possibly have for like all these
Well,
conversations.
he did it with me, and he said, "Show me this one."
Yeah.
Cool. Did we scan you guys?
Yep, you got it. Thanks for the bag. Oh yeah, here. I'm gonna upload something. So we're doing pretty good. Also, that first guy had zero use for my lines. It's like, I don't care about your YouTube channel. Take the bag, get out. That's all I wanted. Just moving things along. I'm cool with that. All right, so now we have a stranger thing inside the car box. Stranger thing. Oh, I was like, I thought they initially released it. It's stranger things, but it's just stranger things. Okay, so this looks like that's a good one. We also have confusingly red canary, which is not canary token. It's a fixed canary. It's a different canary. There's a lot of canaries. Let's go this way. Alright, so you can see this in the other main part of the conference. It might look identical to the other conference, to the Untrained Eye, but these are in fact different brands.
Now we're going to have an easier way to
check $3
this URL here.
or you have to sit for a demo. It's not that bad, but I already know this demo. I have a $100 million cybersecurity budget to hire money, so they're not really going to get anything from me except maybe a nice note or shout out on the show. I know this trend. Not doing that.
And then also use to leverage your response.
So Chiba is doing astronauts. Whatever. So this is pretty cool. I don't know if they have any like to do with space, but they picked a direction and they stuff with it. Longing for the furries. I say that, but I like the different tools and other security conferences. There's only one that I haven't seen it yet. So there's like a data box or some sort of box, and they just have this guy dressed up. And I just think it's so cool. So we're gonna find out. He gets really sweaty on it. I feel like I already. I'm sorry. This is the National Cybersecurity.
Unless you lost that.
But do we have fake plates? None of these people are allowed to talk to me either. I'm not even sure if they can like give me directions. Right? Yeah, it's too busy. The other side, but frankly, you guys, I have not seen them. I'm upset. They're my favorite people to bother here because they have fantastic stickers, and usually they're in a pretty good mood. I don't know if that's going to hold for this conference. So we're going to go through.
I want to see it.
That mostly smaller businesses. But I'm going to see if there's any that we recognize, or if anybody that is so aggressive they won't let her live which happens all the time. So.
But we're going to keep on trucking, and maybe we'll get someone out of hate saying that, like, as we're walking around, and frankly, here we go. All right, we're here. We got it. Literally. So these are touchy goats. They are lucky goats. I think that perhaps, but the general idea that there should be a petting zoo of some sort here, be it dogs or cats, or this one is actually neat, y'all. I've never actually seen goats before. What goats? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I missed this.
Hey, how's it going?
We found a good one. Goats would be terrifying. Like, what a contrast. On one side, we got the goats, on the other side, we got like a jump scare. There's a lot going on here. And again, this is like, if you get a brand with like, $1 billion to spend, and they're just like, how do you get people to spend time at our booth? You got it. You got the mechanical dinosaur, you got the goats. Neither one of these things has anything to do with cybersecurity. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Most people are a little drunk here anyway, because the only prizes that are worth more than $3 are $30 tequila that don't require you to sit for like a 30-minute demo. Jesus Christ. Alright, we're gonna keep on pushing. And then we're gonna check out what is this? We got a giant Terminator hand coming out of the ground, which we're gonna go investigate immediately. Alright. Worried about them. Aw, they made like a cutie anime version. It's like really, really, really big screens is the move today, but I have to say, I really like what CrowdStrike did. I thought that they're like cool. It is visual. I think that the idea is if you put on the glasses, it doesn't make sense. Or the security apparatus is a tragic moment. And I say, of course, CISA is my favorite federal agency. I will say that unabashed. The federal agency that makes the most stickers and makes the most sense to me, CISA, they literally just protect like critical infrastructure. They're the critical infrastructure security agency. So like they're the like humble government agency that's tapping businesses on the shoulder to run your power, your water, your electricity. And they're like, hey, by the way, you're suitable, and we just discovered that, and everybody knows about it, so you're gonna get hit. It's just a matter of time. So they do more than basically any other federal agency I know here to actually keep things running. So I have to say, not seeing them here is pretty exciting. Maybe I just haven't seen them here.
Yeah, dude.
That's fine. I don't drink, but it's still cool. I'm not seeing our box. So you can see, this looks like we're just in a carnival, you know, or like an arcade. There's a lot of just like arcade games because, again, like if you can get someone to hang out for a little bit and watch your cybersecurity themed like arcade game, then you can make a sale. I don't know. It just seems about how much you can get people to slow down. I survived.
You got 3 minutes. Huh? You got 3 minutes.
Until what happens?
It's gonna close because it says it detected inactivity.
Oh.
We'll restart after.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take a quick walk down here and see if we can find how many people in the street now.
One at the moment, but it maxed out at quite a bit. Okay.
You gotta cut it short.
No, I got it. I fixed it.
Okay.
Where it's coming, right? And it turns out these policies are most likely going to be
So I have to say that team has a pretty good reputation as a hardware security company. Let's see what else we can get. And also dogs.
Red, use your switch. Get out. Oh, silver lightning through. Yellow, you need to use the switch to get around and silver. Use switch. Good job. Now pass. Yellow leading. Blue is the second. Yellow's got a pretty good lead. 4 cars on the lead lap, though.
Sit through a 4-hour demo, you can take one of them home, right? I have to say though, why is Orca, which is a whale, having dogs, and Datadog, which is clearly a dog, I see a giant robot horse and I don't like it. I'm gonna go look at it right now.
Kody.
What is this? What is this horse? Some server in the Midwest got very hot to make that horse. That's all I know. You guys make a fighter jet or something? Flying, they make fighter jets, I don't know what's going on. We're gonna go back to one. That's kind of a cute theme. They went full Minesweeper. Okay. Why does the stand go up?
Because Here It Is buys you more time. We sell never-ending support for end-of-life or unsupported open source software in partnership with the maintainers. So we basically provide you a security-patched drop-in replacement that can buy you time while you're doing a migration, or maybe your project doesn't have any more budget and you just don't want to touch it. This is a cheaper way you can handle it.
Can I have one of these?
Yeah, sure. I just scanned your
Whoever came up with this should get a raise. This is a trap for ADD people. Unlike
every time somebody comes by, I can see their eyes come to it, and I'm like, hey.
You throw in an LED in this, and it's a little even better than a lava lamp.
Right?
I'm gonna stare at this for a couple hours.
There you
It
go.
only goes for 5 minutes.
Would you like one as well?
You gotta keep flipping it.
Okay, I'm all right with that.
Thanks, There you go.
There you go. Cool, thank you.
Have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Hell yeah. Okay, major win because this is great. We saw it, I wanted it, I got it. I'm feeling good. This conference is awesome. So now really the hope is that we can find perhaps a diminished version of the usual like NSA or CISA group. Like, but if they're just straight up not here, they fully call their presence. I'll be pretty surprised. They've been here steadily the entire time that I've been here. And it's been kind of a tradition to walk up to these booths and see what kind of swag they brought every year. fact that there might not be any is probably my saddest realization of this conference is that we might actually not have the traditional CSAT organizations. Why? We got the FBI. They don't have any stickers for us though. They don't even have any plants. It's the plants for the FBI. Stop. Alright, slowly but surely let's get through this last bit of the conference. And then I think that that's the majority of what we're going to see. We're going to stop over by Huntress. And Huntress has some friends working for them. They also do like some good content creation. I generally really like them. And then we got our friends over at Abby. Yeah, okay. They got this freaking mascot. Like, when it comes to like places that actually have like real hacker stuff, like most of these things have like marketing stuff. I remember this guy from Defcon, the thumbs up. I guess it's an aircraft pilot, whatever. But yeah, cool people. Huntress Soft's also very cool. I know several people that work there, and they have very good opinions of it. They said very nice things. And even after they work there, they stop working there. All right, so this sock monkey is ridiculous. So I'll get a shot of this. Literal representation. I can't sign off on this. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. All right. This looks like they sell pizza. I understand that it's just the Italian contingent. We thought
That's correct.
we might be closing in on the last little bit. I think let's stop by Huntress and then
Thank you so much for participating.
I don't know, let's go find out.
GitHub wouldn't do it. They're too big for
No, I gotta get 2 days of it.
I'm here to rip anything out. CCO, Netscope, Purview.
Doing well, how are you?
Pretty good.
Are you guys recording actively?
I am streaming.
Are you totally okay if I jump in?
100%. No, that's the point. That's why we watch your mics.
Excellent.
How's it going?
Doing well. Very good, very good. I feel like I'm a little busy. I'm running around. We got a Huntress group here, right? And then way over in the Sandbox Village area, like Pico CTO.
So I was talking a lot of mess about how this like floor is basically just like booze and like $3 like tickets. And wonderful people as well. However, the Sandbox is actually really cool for people that are a little technical or want to like get hands-on and maybe have all the swag that they could possibly need for the next year. If you want to actually like doing some cool TTS and actually meet other people that are interested in learning the more cool hands-on stuff and like the next one. We need a lot of very sweet people on the floor, and then going up and getting hands-on is also awesome. So yeah, actually that's a good idea. We should check that out. What's the best way to get there?
So across the street by Moscone North, on the right side of that is the Yerba Buena Center for the Arts. SCA building. It's new. They expanded the campus this year, which is kind of cool. Congrats, guys. But no, right through there, they've got every roof. So everyone will be doing sweet hacking stuff.
So I said that people I know work in Huntress and also super like people. Also like me, a content creator. This is, by the way, John Hammond, if you're not aware. Hello. Also another content creator that I really respect and makes a lot of great stuff.
I love it. So it's super fulfilling, and I have, if I may, I think I have kind of a neat goal where I get to be hands-on player, I get to kind of malware, face hackers, make a vulnerability as well, and then I kind of get to help tell the story. So it's a silly blog post or write-up, but it's also like, hey, chat with go on to some sweet TV segment. I think it's very, very fulfilling to help spread the message along with all the cool stuff we're doing to cut up cameras.
One of my favorite parts of doing that sort of thing was also getting to explain really cool things the company sells to people who like might not read like a full press release.
Right. Good to bridge the gap.
Yeah, are you guys doing anything cool that people around RSA should check out?
know the right people, there's a lot of like cool after things to do. So once it shuts down, like a lot of people just get absolutely blacked out drunk and then show up to regret their day tomorrow. But other people like to go out, hang out, and benefit from these events. So maybe you can pick up a postcard and
Absolutely. Super good to see you, Kody.
Yeah, I'm finally free of the Baronis. I'm under my own steam, so it's nice to be around the conference and not, not found anything to do because I'm running people I know who are merchant here all the time that I never get to see. So.
Well, thank you for letting me crash the party for a little bit. I hope you all are having fun tuning in.
We're kind of spiraling towards here, but I know I want to talk to somebody.
Sweet. Good to see you all.
Absolutely.
Take care.
All right, so why don't we check out the sandbox, actually? I figured that was the last friendly booth I I still think is this ADD capture device that will trap any flows on ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So I have to say, like last year there was a company that literally just gave out like magic rings. You could do a magic trick with, and they just showed you how to do it, and they were one of the most popular. So we got the dogs. I don't know. This conference, when it comes to cybersecurity, lets you know like kind of where the business aspect comes in. When it comes to convincing executives to buy like $1 million worth of cybersecurity, it often doesn't come down to like, any of the technical stuff. It comes down to having some sort of showstopper to get people to spend a lot of time watching your time. I don't know if the Terminator like ripping out of the wall to attack me that every person wants when they're buying their cybersecurity product, but it certainly does inspire a call to action. So we're going to get out of here, we're going to go up the escalator, we're going to cross over on the street, breathe a little bit of fresh air. Felix?
Same line, I assume.
So, as you can see, pretty much of the center smaller groups try to kind of stand out and explain what they do in 10 seconds or less as people speed their way through between the overall larger sections. Man, yeah, there's not a lot of prizes there, and there's a lot of people that will talk to you for a long time. That is their job. What are you gonna do? I just avoid that area, honestly. It's a little stressful. Anyway, once we get to the top, we're going to cross over to the other building. There's also a very nice park, and we're going to try to see if we can find the sandbox, because that's where a lot of the fun stuff is. And they've amped up the security here. Nowadays, you have to go through a security.
Yeah, so if you're no, everything is kind of drives me crazy.
But I would say the average person here is really like kind of representing what they're.
got bags on the other side, guys.
What do you mean? That's a machine.
If you don't have any electronics nearby, you can go straight wow. Okay. This one too. Let's see.
Alright, let's go.
Up. I'm not those upstairs. You know, there's too much going on here, brother. I'm trying to figure it out too. Welcome.
Yeah. Actually,
I don't know.
What is it? Oh, it's just you just stand in front of it. Okay, I'll stand right here. Here, I'm not kidding. It's another green screen. So there's upstairs, there's downstairs. This building is actually massive. Let's go.
Downtown, they're giving like free entry to like clubs.
A, anyone that officially works at the conference and not just for the venue, and B, the place where things actually happen and we can do. If we don't find it, then
Alright, it's good to go to security and then immediately leave somewhere to go back up. I guess that's what I'm saying.
So, this building is actually pretty beautiful. The fact that there's a sky bridge between the two also means that perhaps we're just wasting our time going up here. As we'll see. This is where we're probably going to be looking at because honestly it's so as you saw when we went through, they've got more barriers to getting in this here. Here we are. So I'm gonna end the stream and go get some food. But that has been the RSA Security Conference. The RSAC Conference. We've got a lot of swag. We've ended up meeting a lot of people that we know. And yeah, check us out on the next short video, and we'll be checking in for the conference probably for the rest of the time we're here. So thanks everyone on the stream, and we'll see you later. Bye everyone. This actually is like